for a long time. And Linkin Park, it's to this day still remains my favorite alternative rock band from America. And yeah, that's simple as that. They're just my favorite. They might not, well, in my opinion, they're the best, but I mean, then again, it's just an opinion, and I know for a fact that not many of you do. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard of Linkin Park, and possibly maybe even some of you are even fans of them. But I'm positively sure that some of you out there, have or used to be fans of Linkin Park, but then broke away from them because you thought that they're what they're doing right now isn't what you like. And to that I say, well, that's your choice, but if you're hating on Linkin Park for changing their style, that's kind of dumb. Because first of all, they can do what they want in terms of music, just like I can put out any kind of video that I want for my channel. And second of all, if you're hating for them for a change in style, I probably repeat that already. But if you're hating on them for a change in style, and you keep asking for the old Linkin Park back, I also don't see the point of that either, because they're not gonna come back. You know that, right? They're not gonna come back. So, I mean, beg as you might, beg all you want, they're not going to come back to the same hybrid theory Linkin Park that you used to know and love. I mean, me personally, I would also like them to return back to their alternative rock roots. However, I do understand, unlike you guys, that it's their music. Basically, they do what they want with their own music. If they feel like it's time for a change and a break away from their usual alternative rock grounds or their backgrounds that they first grew to fame from, then that's their choice, and that shows that they're not afraid to change up their style. And it's not like they're not, they've completely forgotten about those previous albums. I mean, they're still going on tour. They're still basically live performing those old songs. I mean, yeah. For God's sake, I heard them live one song called "Lying from You" or something. I think that's what it's called. It's track number 4 from Meteora, and I was like, damn, they live that. Like, I never before I even touched Meteora, before I even bought the album, I never even knew that some of those songs that they had in some of their albums, some of the songs I never knew that they existed until I actually bought the album. And I looked at the discography, I'm like, what? I've never heard these songs before. I listened to them, I'm like, oh, well, damn, they're good, man. They're good. But anyway, so I mean, it's not like they completely forgot about their roots either. It's just that they're not going to go back and produce music like they did before. They're always constantly changing, just like how time, how life always changes. So, for those guys who are hating Linkin Park for that, I mean, go ahead, but you're not doing anyone any favors for that. I mean, we don't want you to begin with, so, bye. Anyways, so there goes my rant on Linkin Park and whatnot, how they've developed over years. Anyways, so Linkin Park is definitely my favorite anyway. So if you guys do disagree because you think they suck, or if you think they they're not good, then fuck you. No, just kidding. But that's the point. That's basically why I mentioned Linkin Park. The fact that I really enjoyed their music, and that's what their music really kind of revealed to me about myself, that I actually depend on music a lot more than I initially thought. And from that point on, I knew that I felt like music is an integral part of my life now. Honestly, if there was one thing I would not give up throughout my life, it would be music. Sure, you can get rid of my if I had to, I can ditch my laptop, I can ditch my YouTube channel, I can ditch my college career, I can ditch everything, and I can just go live and work on a minimum wage job. If I can keep my music. That's the only thing I want. And if I don't have that, then fuck you. So, there you go. That's just how much I depend on music. It might be a little bit dangerous, but that's just how much I love music, the ones that I listen to anyway, and that's how much enjoyment I get out of that. So, in any case, I'll elaborate on why I think like that later in this commentary, but for now, Linkin Park, they rule. Anyways, so after that, during as I go into high school, I'm still with Linkin Park. I'm still with the kind of alternative rock stage. Mainly I was concentrating on Linkin Park. I was following what they did, but eventually, I was kind of getting bored of Linkin Park because I was constantly listening to their old songs over and over. I was like, Linkin Park's good, but I mean, at the same time, listening to the same songs over and over isn't really gonna do me any favors either. So I decided to, search out. I decided to kind of branch out over on YouTube and try to search what kind of music that YouTube had to offer me, because I knew I had come across some really good music that I really liked on YouTube, and had nothing. It was from bands and people that I never knew before, like I had never heard of before. Some in different languages, of course. And eventually, I think in the beginning of my junior year, I stumbled upon like a cache of Japanese songs. Like I was searching through music. I think it was actually branched out from Linkin Park and stuff like that. I think it was actually from a linked video, or not a linked video, but a related video in the suggestions bar about Mike Shinoda, because Mike Shinoda is Japanese American, and like something about him, regarding him, and then other music and stuff like that. So I was just like looking around. I was just scrolling, scanning down the suggestions bar, and I found like this video with with just a purely kanji title, or a purely Japanese character title. I was like, the hell is this? So I click on it just because I'm curious. I still remember that video, and I'm not sure if that video is still there, because I'll explain later why I don't feel like it's still there, but I can search up the music and I can upload it on an alternate account if I really want to, and I can link you guys to, let you guys know what song that first got me into this. But I listened to it because I quickly realized it's music, and then as it goes on, I realized that it actually sounds really, really good, and I'm just like, wow, this is really unlike what I've ever heard of before, or this is a lot not like it's. Well, I don't know how to say this. God damn my English, but I know I'm Asian. Sorry about that, but I was just like, this is like nothing I've ever heard before, and in the good way too. I was like, shit. Let me listen to this a couple times. And the more I listened to it, the more things that I realized I've never heard through the previous time I listened through it. I was like, wow, this is some music right here. So after that, all the suggestions, all the videos in the suggestions bar were basically videos like that. And you guys can probably guess where I'm going if you guys, if you guys do know what I'm talking about. That music, I would find out later. Actually, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but I'll explain how I figure it out. Figure out what kind of music this is. So I'm listening to this kind of music. I'm just like, whoa, I'm digging this. I think I can stay in this community. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know, for the most part what they're trying to say, because it's in a different language. Like, it's in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. Like, I don't know what they're saying, but it sure as hell sounds good. And I mean, I know that's the same kind of basis that I broke off away from American pop music, but this one was in this case. See, I'll explain later, but in any case, it's like I don't know what's going on, but it sounds really good, and in the good way too. And I just kept with that community, and I started listening to more and more and more of it. And so fast forward like maybe a half a year. In my second semester of junior, maybe in like March or so, I was part of the I'm part of the or I was anyway before I graduated, part of the varsity tennis team, boys varsity tennis team of high school, of my high school, and I got on there during junior year. And during junior year, or during second semester in our season, there was a road trip to Palm Desert to go watch the BNP Paribas Pro Tournament that was going on during that time, and it was varsity only, and thus we all got to go. All the varsity got to go, and in like a little big bus, or like a little school bus, and we went out there to Palm Desert and basically watched people like I think. Who was it? Like, I think we saw Djokovic. Like, funny story about Djokovic. That's a story for another time. But anyways, we saw Djokovic there, and if you guys didn't check out my previous videos, I did upload videos of my second time going to the BNP Paribas Pro Tournament. But if you guys want to check it out, you can just go search for it. Hopefully you can find it in my thousands of videos. But anyways, so while we were there, I had a senior friend of mine who I was bunking with, because I was the only junior there anyway. I think like one of the few juniors anyway. And at our hotel room, I noticed that he was playing. I was noticing he was playing something. I was like, "Hey, what's that? What are you playing?" Because I